How's it going, guys? This video is kind of different from like my normal vlogs, and I actually have like a little setup type deal. I have my desk moved up a little more, my laptop here, which is on 2%. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it plugged in because like my sort of like script and list is actually on the computer. So if I keep like looking over this way, that is just like me looking at like sort of like not really sure what you really want me to call it. I guess you can call it key points. Basically, I have all the things I want to talk about on my laptop just so I actually cover everything I want to say. But anyways, before I do that, my laptop's on 2%, so I'm going to go plug it in real quick. I'll see you then. Okay, I'm back. So I have my laptop plugged in, so now I can get on with the actual topic of the video. Am I sitting too? Anyways, so when I flew to Disney World, we flew American Airlines, which, I mean, a lot of people have flown American Airlines. It's just pretty much one of the most recognizable airline companies in the United States. That may be a bold statement, but I'm just guessing just because, I mean, American Airlines. When you think of airlines, to me anyways, I think of American. So anyways, flying there wasn't that different. I mean, I've never experienced the actual like TV on each individual seats before. I've heard about it, but I've never actually like flown that way before. So that was pretty cool, and the entertainment they had on the TVs was pretty cool. It was movies that were like just released and stuff like that. So that flight was actually not that bad. It was actually really cool. But on the way back, we flew something I have never flown before, and some of you may know what this is called, or some of you may know what company this is. Some of you have maybe even flown this company. Is that flown? Flown? Some of you have maybe even flew this airline before, and by the title of this video, you guys probably know what I'm talking about already, but it is Spirit Airlines, and what they drive on is like bare fare flying, meaning you pay so little money. I mean, it's still quite a bit. I think our tickets were $103. I'm not actually sure, but I mean, a lot cheaper than from American Airlines. I can actually pull up the actual cost of flight. One second. Okay, so I have the both prices of the flights. This is for one way from Orlando to DFW, which is what I flew. I flew from MCO to my home state, Texas, Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. MCO, that airport, that's for a completely another video, but I have that airport was so frustrating, and I have so many like complaints and stuff about that airport, but I'll save that for another video. But anyways, I have the prices up here, and for Spirit Airlines, actually I'll start with American Airlines. If I was to fly next Wednesday, or this upcoming Wednesday, August 2nd, if I was to fly out August 2nd at, let's try to find an actual time close to kind of what they got. Okay, so here at Orlando Airport, they have an American Airlines flight flying to DFW at 11:40 a.m. and it's a one-way. I just got one way because I mean we didn't fly back to Florida from DFW, if that makes sense. Okay, but anyways, for a main cabin, which is just your regular, not really sure what it's called. I can't really think what it's called. Economy class, I guess you can see, economy seat. It is $274. It's, American Airlines ticket, $274, and it's probably like the flight we had there, if you guys saw that vlog with the TV, all that good stuff. Now, going to Spirit Airlines, this flight leaves at 10:10 a.m., so about an hour earlier, and it is $159. So as you could tell, it's actually more than $100 cheaper to fly Spirit. Now, of course, you have to add on bag check-in, and you actually don't get a free carry-on like you do with American. American, you get a carry-on and a personal item. With Spirit, you only get a personal item. So, but still, even with the carry-on, I had to pay, I think, $30 to $40 to get it added onto my ticket. That would only put it at about 180, 190, maybe 200 pushing it. But that's still almost $80 cheaper. If it was if the ticket was $200, it's $74 cheaper than an actual American ticket. So I mean, $74, you may be like, wow, that's not that much money, and some of you may be like, wow, that's a ton of money. And It is quite a bit of money, especially when you're on vacation and it's the last thing in the vacation, the flight back home. No one wants to spend money on vacation. Or no one wants to spend money when vacation is over. I should restate. Spend money on vacation. You're supposed to have fun, so you might as well indulge. Coming back home, it's kind of vacation, but to me, it's not really vacation. So that's why we flew Spirit, just because it was drastically cheaper, and we kind of wanted to just like indulge out on vacations. And so, I mean, we didn't really have a problem. I mean, we could have flown American, but I mean, it's just more money. Why spend more money when you can just buy a cheaper ticket? But anyways, the flight wasn't all that bad, and before I get into my main points, there was actually a lot of surprising things that was on this flight that I was actually surprised about. And going into my first point of flying Spirit, it was actually a surprise, and it was the sheer amount of people that flew it. I was not expecting that many people to be flying out at that time. I mean, it was kind of in a prime spot, and we did get delayed. MCO. I really need to make that MCO video. When I say MCO, if you guys aren't understanding, that is the Orlando International Airport. MCO, it stands for something, but it's the International Airport in Orlando, and that's where you fly to go to Disney and stuff. But anyways, the amount of people that were flying Spirit truly surprised me. Like, I would read reviews, and people would like say it's awful and like bad and stuff, but some said it was alright, but a lot of them were like negative reviews. But anyways, like I was saying, the amount of people that were flying it, like that whole gate, is that what it's called? Yeah, the whole gate was like packed with people. Like, we were even flowing out into like other gates and stuff like that because there were so many people. I was actually surprised how many people got on that plane. And since I was like myself, I was actually the first person to get on the plane, which is pretty cool. I was in the very first group and I was right in the front, so I was able to get right on. I was the very first person on the plane. And when you get on a plane, for those of you who have flown, they have like the first class in the front, right? Yeah. And so did this plane. But on a regular plane, and all the ones I've been on besides Spirit, there is usually a divider and maybe even a bathroom in between economy and first class. When I got on the Spirit plane, the first thing I noticed was that there was no like division. The only thing you could see is like seat after seat after seat after seat, and then all of a sudden you see like economy seat, economy seat, economy seat. And the first class seats, I don't actually think the first class are just more like upgraded seats. So, I mean, they were a little bigger, but I mean, it's still, everything kind of looked relatively the same. Anyways, I went back to my seat and I sat down, and since I was the first one on, there was like no one there. I was able to put my stuff in the upper head compartment pretty easily. It wasn't too bad, and it wasn't too crowded getting on. But when I sat down, my laptop was fully charged, so I had that, and my phone was about to die. And as I was set down, I was looking around, and a lot of times airplanes have like televisions or I said that really weird. Have like TVs in the ceiling, or for the American flight behind the seat. But even like other planes, they have them maybe towards the front a little bit, and just like a single seat that a lot of people could watch at once. And if they don't have that, they at least have like a radio inside like the armrest. If any of you have flown, you kind of know what I'm talking about, where you can plug your headphones into the actual armrest and you can mess with the radio on there and actually listen to music like that. When I sat down, there was nothing. Like, there was no TV, no radio, and I mean, it is a Bear Fare flight, and I was kind of starting to understand why it's called Bear Fare, just because like it looked like they just like threw seats in a row and then like slid a plane over it. It was like that. And then since my phone was about to die, I was actually kind of starting to look for a place to charge it, and there were no charging spots on this plane at all. Now, whether they have it in the upgraded seats or not, I have no idea. But I looked everywhere. I looked under the seat. I looked where the life jackets are, or life vest, whatever you want to call it. I looked on the side of the seat. I looked on the armrest. I looked above where the oxygen masks come down into the lights. No charging outlet at all. And I was honestly surprised. I mean, I figured all planes had that. Luckily, my laptop was fully charged. I plugged my phone into my laptop, and I was able to actually I was actually able to charge my phone during the flight and get it up. Another thing that I noticed was the flight attendants didn't actually seem like they wanted to be there, if that makes sense. So we got up in the air, and they, you know how flight attendants do their run. If any of you have been on flights, they do their runs with the food cart down and back. I'm not actually sure if they go back, but anyways, you know what I'm talking about. So like I was saying, they were doing their runs, and the flight attendants generally looked not happy at all on that flight. I mean, they would come by and they'd ask nicely, and you could tell they were having a generous tone in their voice. They'd ask what you like, if you'd like anything and stuff like that. But when you look at them, they just looked sad, I guess you could say. I don't know if it was just my flight, but a review I read about Spirit said the hospitality of the actual flight attendants was kind of subpar. So I don't know if it was only his and my flight. I say his, but their flight and my flight that had these type are all Spirits. So I'm not actually sure what the deal was there, but that's just another thing I noticed. And it may just be because it was a late flight and it got delayed like an hour and a half, so that may have like really messed with them, but I'm not actually sure what was going on there. But all in all, my final summary of flying Spirit and my experience flying Spirit was, it was an experience I'm glad I have, an experience that I will never forget, no doubt, flying this type of flight. But my review over it, I mean, there's a lot of negative reviews, and I wouldn't necessarily give it a negative review. I mean, you're pretty much getting what you pay for. I mean, you're paying for a $150 flight, sometimes even cheaper depending on where you're going. But you're getting what you pay for. I mean, American charges up the storm like that because you get all these extra bonuses, free movies, free entertainment. Spirit doesn't give that. And if you're flying a short flight, like from DFW to Orlando, for example, that's only about a 2.5 hour flight. That's not that long. That is a sacrifice I'm willing to make to save $100, and that's $100 I can go to something else, such as actually getting a better experience at Disney, getting a better experience at wherever I'm flying to, getting better equipment for vlogging and stuff like that. That's $100 that could actually be saved. And if you're going with a lot of people, that saving of $100 actually starts racking up. Instead of spending maybe $1,000 on 5 plane tickets, instead of spending $500 on 5 plane tickets. So that's something that you may want to consider if you're actually going to fly Bearfare, and just know that you're actually paying for what you get. Don't expect anything spectacular. Like, yes, they do have beverages and snacks and stuff on the plane for an extra fee, but I mean, all planes charge for an extra fee. But the entertainment, there's none. No charging station, no charging on mine anyways, and you actually have to pay for a carry-on. So you pretty much pay for what you get. Spirit was made just for short flights. I mean, you could tell that what it was for, short nights with a little bit of baggage with you. I mean, one personal item, depending on what you're bringing, could actually last you a couple nights. I mean, if you just throw on a backpack with some clothes in it, fly out to Vegas for a couple nights, that is actually set. That's a cheap flight. Round trip maybe $300 compared to an American flight, which is you get the carry-on and all that. Fly to Vegas, round trip about $600. So you take what you get and you pay for what you get. They actually are the most honest airline company I've ever flown, and I've flown American, some U.S. Airways. I'm not actually sure what it's called, but American bought them out. I flew them many years ago. Frontier and Spirit. So I've flown a couple of airlines. There's one more I'm missing, and I can't think of it because I think I've flown at least 5 different airlines, but I've flown quite a bit of airlines, and Spirit's probably the most honest airline that I've ever been with. They straight up tell you, I mean, this is a Bearfare flight. You're gonna get this, and this is what you're not gonna get unless you want to pay a little extra. So, I mean, overall, that's like a good deal, I would say. Now, if you're going to fly like a far ways, like if you're flying from DFW or Corpus Christi, which is even further south than DFW, or Houston, if you're flying for one of those airports and you're flying to, let's say, like Ontario, New York, I may fly it depending on my budget and how long the actual flight is. I don't actually know how long that flight is. But flying to like Canada, I may just have to go. That may be when you're starting to go into the American. You're going to want more comfort on those because they're longer. And Spirit does actually fly international. They fly in the Caribbeans, I believe, so not very far international. But if you're willing to sacrifice comfort, hospitality, entertainment, stuff like that to save $100 or so, by all means, I'd go for it. And if the flight's if the flight's close, I would definitely go for it. I mean, I can give up with that stuff. But if that's something you guys cherish, like hospitality, comfort, and entertainment, I mean, $100. If that's nothing to you, by all means, go ahead and fly one of the bigger corporations, American and stuff like that. But overall, I think Spirit gets a bad rep. I mean, they're not that bad of a company, and they're pretty honest, and they're honest to us anyways. You guys may have different experience. I mean, the seats were not that comfortable, but I wasn't expecting much. I mean, there felt like they were paper thin seats, and I could feel the metal bar, and the trays that come down were like super small. Maybe here's my phone, and maybe like that long, but they were like that. Yeah, they were super tiny, so I couldn't even bother getting my laptop out on it. But overall, for the amount we paid for our flight, it was pretty good of a flight. I mean, we had no problems besides stuff that MCO does. I talk so much trash about MCO, but you guys will understand in a video, maybe in the future, if that's something you guys would like to hear me talk about MCO and why I don't like Orlando Airport at all. But like I said, I think Spirit gets a bad rep, and I highly recommend flying it if you guys are on a budget and you're flying somewhere close. See, that's the key, is flying somewhere close where you don't have to be in it that long, because the comfortability and you're kind of close to a lot of people. And luckily for me, I was with my little brother and my dad, so we were able to entertain each other actually on the flight. My little brother had his iPad, and he actually likes to draw, and he's actually a pretty good artist. But he has like a drawing pad on his iPad, and he has a stylus, and we were playing like a picture type game. So we were able to entertain each other for the duration of the flight. And it wasn't that long, so we didn't have to entertain each other for that long. But like I said, highly recommend Spirit if you're flying somewhere close and you're on a budget and you don't mind comfortability and hospitality. So I give Spirit Airlines 3.5 out of 5 flying airplanes. 3.5 out of 5 flying airplanes. Now, before I go, I want to talk to you guys about videos like this, and if you guys want to see more videos like this and stuff like that, because I mean, I don't actually travel all the time. I mean, I go places when I can, and I'm still in high school, so I can't just go off, because I actually had to be back for August, because I started applying to colleges in like 2 days. So I have to be here for that, and I can't be traveling all over the United States and stuff, because I'm about to go to college, and I got to be back for school. My school starts August 28th, and it's my senior year. So it's going to be a pretty fun-packed year, and I also want you guys to let me know if you guys want me to film my senior year. I mean, originally I started vlogging just to record my summer. Now summer's coming to an end. Do you guys want me to record being in school? I mean, I did that a little bit at the beginning of this year, but it was only like 3 eps. So if that's something you guys are interested in, is me vlogging during school, I will by all means do that. I'm comfortable with vlogging in public, so I don't mind vlogging at all in places like that. So if that's something you guys want me to see, let me know. And also, if you guys want me to have more videos like this where I just sit down and talk about my experiences in life, just because I don't travel every day. And the reason why my vlogs aren't daily is because, I mean, you guys just want to see me sit around in my room, sit around in my house, because I don't really go places every day. I mean, I'm only 17. I'm not even 18 yet, so I can't even do a lot of adult stuff. So if this is something you guys are actually interested in, because I have a ton of things to talk about. For MCO, as example, I could talk about my experience at that airport, because I've been there so many times. I could talk about like how I got into vlogging, even though you guys know a pretty estimate or summed up version of the story. And I could also help you guys, if you guys are interested in vlogging and starting a YouTube channel, I could do that. And I just have a ton of things I could tell you guys about that you guys may not know about me, and like routines that I do and stuff like that. So if like videos like this, where I just kind of sit down and relax and talk to you guys, actually interest you, by all means I will do them, because I enjoy just talking to you guys, even though I'm kind of just talking in the past to you guys, and you guys kind of talk to me in the future. But still, I read all the comments you guys post, and I listen to all the feedback you give me. And if this is something you guys enjoy, I will most definitely do this much more often when I'm not, like, going places, of course. Because when I'm going places, I will film like that, if that makes sense. And, like, these are still sort of vlogs, I guess you could say. I'll put them in as vlogs because I don't really know what you want to call them, like story time. I don't know what you'd call them, but I'd put them in as vlogs still. So if this is something you guys actually like, I will by all means do them much more often. And I guess you kind of have a nicer setup I could do because, I mean, I'm not like standing and you don't see a whole bunch of mess behind me. You actually see a wall behind me. You may can see like my hockey stick and stuff over there in the corner. But this is something I can see myself enjoying doing. If you guys actually want me to do this more often, I will. Another thing I wanted to say is NFL season's coming up. Football season actually starts next Thursday. NFL Hall of Fame game starts, and college football starts in a couple weeks also. And if you guys know me in real life, I'm a huge football fan. I mean, I can't play football now because I've torn my ACL so many times, but I still enjoy watching it. And a thing I really like to do is fantasy football. So if you guys are actually interested in starting like a league for my channel, would you guys like to play fantasy football with me? I mean, that's something you guys, it's up to you. I mean, I'm going to put a poll on the video now. It should be up now, and you guys can actually vote on if you want me to start a fantasy football league or not. Of course, I mean, I don't have to if you guys don't want me to, but I always love doing fantasy football. And since I have this YouTube channel going on, and this gives me another way to interact with you guys more, and just gonna say I'm pretty good at fantasy football. And if one of you guys actually beat me, I mean, if you beat me, I'm pretty good. I'll actually shout you guys out on my channel, and we can do sort of like a collaboration video, something like that, just to sort of celebrate your victory. But if I win, I get to dominate all of YouTube, and you guys have to like every single one of my videos. So get ready to like my videos because I'm pretty good. But anyways, yeah, just let me know what you guys think about all that stuff I just said. I know it's a lot, and basically, if you guys want to see videos like this on days when I'm not traveling around and when I'm just sitting at home, I will do them because I have a lot of stuff I can talk about. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this video and the way I did it. I know it's differently. I know I did it differently, sort of like how I did my comeback video. But anyways, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and before I go, I hope all of you are having a wonderful summer. It's coming to an end, and school's just around the corner, my last year of high school. And I just want to thank you guys so much for enjoying my videos and actually motivating me to do more and more every single time, and actually motivating me to sit down and talk to you guys. And I never really thought vlogging was going to be something. I mean, I thought I would enjoy it, but I never thought I'd enjoy it this much. And I never thought so many people would enjoy vlogging and enjoy my vlogs and stuff like that. And I don't really see you guys a lot in public. I mean, I see a couple of you guys, and some of you guys even see me, but the way you guys like encourage me in the comments and stuff like that is just, it's phenomenal, and it means so much to me that you guys would take the time out of your day to come and watch my horrible vlogs of my cringy and awkward self. And it just really means a lot to me that you guys would be there for me, and it's something that I never thought would be a reality. And actually having you guys, people who enjoy watching my videos, I just thought it was just going to be me watching my videos. I never thought I was going to have 300 and something subscribers. I never thought, I mean, a lot of the subscribers are from my gaming, but I've actually gained a lot of subs recently, and I never thought that having 373, I think that's what I'm at right now, subscribers, having all these people watch my videos. Some videos actually have 100, 200 views, and I never actually thought that many people would enjoy watching my vlogs. And I actually get a lot of compliments saying I enjoy watching your vlogs from different people in my community that really don't really talk to me. My computer just shut off. but they've seen the vlogs and they enjoy watching them, and it really means a lot to me that you guys would do stuff like that. And if you ever see me in public, do not be afraid to come up and talk to me. I mean, I'm a 5'2", 18-year-old, not even 18. I'm 5'2", I'm super short, so I'm not gonna intimidate you. I shouldn't be intimidating. I'm like the shortest 18-year-old, going to be 18-year-old in the history of the world. So, trying to get my computer back on. So, like I said, I enjoy your guys' motivation and encouragement more than anything. And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. I have a good story for you guys tomorrow. Sort of like this, if you guys want to see more like this. I have something for you tomorrow. Good night.